Hey, it's D. It's a brand new episode coming right for you, right on the FTO network. Enjoy. Hey yo, we are back with a brand new episode. I'm your host D with FTO Podcast. This is a fun episode this week. I got a lot of news, probably too much news this week, so bear with me. I'm a day late, but it's here. You're gonna get this probably 2 days after the normal date, which is usually on a Monday morning, but busy. That's how it goes. I'm trying to stick on it. Just let you know, this podcast is sponsored by iHeartRadio and Spreaker. I'm also a promotional provider for Vero. So make sure you check out Vero. No algorithm, no BS, just fun. So I know that makes me talk about Elon Musk and doing his thing with Twitter and buying Twitter. With Vero, you want to have advertisements, you want to have bots, you want to have things like that. You just see the content and you have fun. You get on, you get off. There's no big politics attached to it. And I feel like with Elon Musk doing this thing with Twitter, people who are going to be jumping ship, I feel like Vero is a good spot for a lot of folks to be going. So I'm glad I'm verified on Vero. I guess I got to start talking about it more often. But yeah, let's get on with the news. There's a lot of news out there, and a lot of stuff I want to talk about. Because it's been a fun week, and I've been switching it up with the news. I've been trying to do different stuff with the news and have my own style to it. So copying other places like The Verge and Nerdist and comicbook.com, copying all those places, it gets old after a while. So find more the niche stuff that's also black, that's also POC, that's also LGBTQIA+, also those kind of vibes to it. I feel like that's what we need right now. It seems like more news that's fun, nerdy, entertaining news, but also representative of yourself. You feel me? So I try to mix everything out of it. And I got some movie news from Sony. Sony is making Ghost of Tsushima movie with John Wick director Chad Stahelski. Now this is interesting simply because the Ghost of Tsushima game was a phenomenon. It was a hit. Everyone loved it. There was not one bad review. Well, not many bad reviews when it came to this game. And the comments I've seen on some of these reviews are just it took too long to load, buggy problems, minute things. So I seen the entire gameplay walkthrough on MK Ice and Fire, or MK Fire and Ice, whichever way you say it, and I loved it. The gameplay looks fun. It makes you want. It's like Game of Thrones and Batman meets Skyrim, but subtle, like a samurai game. It was smooth. It felt kind of like hyper tension at certain times, kind of like Prince of Persia, intenseness. I guess more the more seriousness Prince of Persia mixed in with Lara Croft Tomb Raider, the more serious version of those two games, blended in also on top of all those other games I mentioned that has that kind of video gamey feel, unlike what I think Skyrim and Tomb Raider had, which is more of a pragmatic video game feel to it. I feel like Lara Croft and Skyrim is more like simulators, and I feel like the Batman game and other games of that nature have more of a I wouldn't say corny, but definitely more entertaining feel than simulation feel, if that makes sense. But the next news, Universal Reinfeld wraps production and will release in 1 year. So it comes out 2023. It's a vampire movie. So it's a vampire movie with Dracula based on a character that was in Dracula, and they're basing this movie off that character, and it's gonna have Nicolas Cage attached to it. So I think Radcliffe is a part of this also. I'm not totally sure. I need to double check on that. Don't quote me on that. But it's a movie. It's Universal. Universal trying to put their name back in the game. With Warner Brother Plus, Discovery, and Disney Plus, and Hulu, and Netflix is slipping. They're falling from grace. Apple TV Plus is doing their thing. You got Prime Video, Prime Plus, Paramount Plus doing the Snake Eyes. The thing that just came out this week. So everywhere got movies and shows coming out. And I think Universal want to get themselves back on that pedestal. Hey, we're here. Pay attention to us. Check us out because we're doing stuff. Next up is TV news. Is Star Trek Lower Decks is renewed for season 4. Season 3 hasn't even released. Comes out this summer. But like season 4 is already in production. So that means like much like how we have Cuphead. Cuphead already had like its first and second season already out because they're going to release them separate times. It's already finished, already made. Only difference is like they're literally telling us here at Paramount Plus, they're like, hey, we got 2 seasons already being made for you guys. They're just making 2 seasons and like splitting them up and letting you guys know later on, like, well, hey, season 2 can be out in a couple months. You know, it's already made beforehand. Like, you know, it's already there. It's already set. Like they're letting us know they're being forthcoming with us, unlike Netflix. So I hope Cuphead doesn't get canceled. I feel like that's going to be on the list of things. Cause if you don't know, this is a part of one of the stories with. I guess we'll skip ahead a little bit. Wow, we're skipping like really ahead because like in my Rolodex of things, this is like pretty low on the list. Netflix animation department faces firing and cancellation. They fire like a whole lot of people, like over 1,000 people they fired on their cancellations of animated films and properties. So I hope Cuphead isn't one of those shows, but like I said, it's already made. Season 2 is already made, so it can't be that bad. It can't possibly be that bad. Next up in movie news, Brie Larson joins the set of Fast and the Furious 10. Fast 10. If you guys seen that new logo for Fast 10, it looks like a talent show logo. Like I'm not a fan of this logo. I know they're gonna be in space this time. I get it. So like, you know, let's make it a little bit futuristic. And hey, Brie Larson's a part of the deal. Is she gonna be a protagonist? Is she gonna be an antagonist? I think she's gonna be a part of the family. I think Vin Diesel said like she's gonna be a part of the family. So you know, whatever. Like I don't like Brie Larson's a great actor. Like I like her style. So I would like she bring like some rawness to it that like we haven't seen in a while. I think like the last explosive character that really like shone. I mean I guess you can Charlize Theron, but like not really. I haven't seen like the 9th one, so I don't know how John Cena did. So like maybe I'm not like the best person to answer this question. Like it's been like since The Rock. So that seems like a character really like, you know, get out there. You know what I mean? So we'll see what happens. Marvel's Squirrel Girl becomes a podcast. So much like Batman has his own podcast currently. I think they have a video podcast on HBO Max and also the audio podcast. I think they're voiced by Winston Duke as Bruce Wayne. And Squirrel Girl has her own on Sirius XM. So I mean, podcast news. I mean, I'm on a podcast, talking about a podcast. For you go, possibly go check out a podcast. It's Marvel based. You guys like Marvel stuff. So, and Squirrel Girl, you know, she's like the feminist mascot of Marvel, essentially. I mean, DC has Wonder Woman, and no, I think like if I'm talking about equivalencies, Squirrel Girl will probably be the equivalent of Harley Quinn. Just, you know, more age appropriate Squirrel Girl would be, as opposed to Harley Quinn, which is more teenagers to adult appropriate. Yeah, I think like the equilibrium, infinity balance of those two feminism is on that spectrum, like it's age wise. But like I think like there's still like it's a proper equivalence. I don't think anyone had like the same comparison of popularity and fame, and like fan base as Squirrel Girl in the same age demographic at DC. I don't think like there's a character like that yet. I think Yara Flor could possibly be taking that mantle. I know Cassandra Sandmark's Wonder Girl used to have that in the 90s, but yeah, I'm getting nerdy. So let's see. Zack Snyder movie news. Next, Zack Snyder posts the first images from Rebel Moon set. Is Djomji Huston? I feel like I said his name wrong. From you know, he was recently in The Kingsman. He played an alien character in Guardians of the Galaxy. He was a voice of Black Panther in an animated series. Like you know who I'm talking about. Yeah, he's it's an image of him. I don't know what Rebel Moon is. I have no idea. Like I've seen the story. I'm not a big Zack Snyder guy. Like he makes some cool movies, but like it's not really something I can pay attention to. And the fact that the fans are how they are, it makes me not want to get as into his work as I possibly could, because like he does have some properties that I do like, but like you know the fans, man, they get so Zack Snyder, yeah. What have people been using lately? Edgelords. That's how I feel like these fans are, and the biggest edgelord is Elon Musk, of course, like the richest and most powerful of all edgelords. And for those of you who know what edgelord is, someone who gets close to climaxing, but reels it in before they do. That's an edgelord. Yeah. So There's that. And TV news, that's a hell of a transition I just made. Netflix to all the Boys spinoff series, XO Kitty reveals its full cast. I have no idea what this is. I thought it was interesting. It seemed popular. It seemed like it had a lot of following. I just wanted to learn about it. I haven't heard of all the Boys. I haven't heard of XO Kitty. I feel like I need to check this out. I feel like this is for a demographic I know nothing about. But I wanted to cover all bases and learn a little bit. Apparently I didn't learn enough because I still have no idea what the hell this is. I should probably look into it. Next episode I will talk about this with you guys. And, try to do it big for you. But saying all this, we're going to take a little break. And I'll be right back. All right, that was painful. I didn't know it was going to be that loud, so I apologize for that. I'll find myself a new edit. Hope a lot of you didn't stop listening after that, because that was excruciating. Sorry. But we're back. I woke you up. I'll say that. Sorry again if I hurt your ears. Tonight is a real thing. I'll find a more calming, peaceful, middle interlude to put in for next time. But back to the movie news. The Equalizer, Denzel Washington returns as Robert McCall in 2023. See, now after the whole Slappergeddon at the Oscars with Chris Rock and Will Smith and Denzel Washington pretty much being the voice of reason to Will Smith after the fact, having a movie like this is going to be interesting, a character who solves this problem with violence. I really want to see if, Denzel Washington not getting an Oscar again for, his role in Macbeth and having that interaction happen, how it shaped him, because apparently it shapes Chris Rock and Chris Rock's mother and all the other people in the world whom that thing really affected. So it's gonna be really fun to see how this goes down with the Equalizer in 2023. Method Man in movie news says he is ready to star as a superhero. He's ready to be a superhero in a superhero film. He's ready to be Bishop. I mean, good on him. I hope it works out for him. And I posted this simply because, dude wants it. He's been putting in the work. He become a fitness star. His body really got jacked. He's been working on his craft. He's been in a lot of different roles in Netflix. Other type of channels he's been putting his face in, and he's been up in the ante with his acting. Period. He's been up in his stuff, and I'm here for it. He's really been coming into himself, and he wants to be a superhero, dude. Let him be a superhero. Find one of these indie comic book companies, and Michael B. Jordan and Don Cheadle, they're buying off properties from comic books. Let Method Man play these characters. He got some pull. He got a couple million followers. They'll go pay to see one of his films. Let it happen. Somebody let it happen. Let it happen. In movie news also, Donald Glover and who is it? Maya Erskine? Yeah, Erskine will be the Mr. and Mrs. Smith married couple in the new show of the same name. I don't think I have much to say about this. This is one of those things that people will say I didn't ask for this, and I guess it can be cool. I just don't want Donald Glover to get the same kind of treatment that they give to Zack Snyder sometimes, let him run rampant with a property like this. I want him to be a part of it, but not take ownership of it, if that makes sense. I want to see that. I want someone to direct him. And the same for Maya, her show Pin 15. I want to see these actors being directed in a way with this premise attached to it, and have fun with it, because I feel that's what we're missing a lot in these TV shows. I feel a lot of people want to prove a point, which is fine. I understand it. Proving points are nice and fun, but sometimes I just want to watch a program. That's what I want to do. I just want to have fun with something. I won't say not think too much. That'd be wrong, but not put my whole self into it. I get that. That's what upload is for. I get that with upload. And human resources, I get that with that too. But I wouldn't mind giving some more stuff like that. All right, next up in TV news, Idris Elba to star and produce an Apple TV Plus series Hijack from Lupin creator. Lupin has a huge following. A lot of people have been watching that show on Netflix, and like to have Idris Elba play in a show from Apple TV Plus. First off, that's pretty impressive because Apple TV Plus won like a lot of awards last Emmy, and they won like some Oscars too at the Oscars, at Academy Awards, and to have Idris Elba playing a character in one of these shows, like not only is that good for his career, it's also good for us to see like him in the Apple TV like zeitgeist, like because like they got like a whole little spectrum of like their camera work, their vision is a lot different than other TV shows. I don't know, I'm not sure like they use like some type of Apple product with their already established work, but the way Apple products like shows look, it's so vivid, it's so crisp, it's like futuristic in a way, like the way like their shows look. And like don't get me wrong, Paramount Plus has an unlock with space sci-fi. You can't tell me otherwise. Like you can say MCU has X, Y, and Z, but like space sci-fi, Paramount Plus has it on lockdown. Like period. I thought I wouldn't say that NBC or the Sci-Fi Channel had the carte blanche on space sci-fi. I would never say something like that. Amazon Prime is a good second when it comes to that, but like Paramount Plus with Halo and all the Star Trek franchises, like you can't tell me otherwise. You just can't. Next up in TV news, Viola Davis is producing a Black food history docuseries called Hungry for Answers, ordered by Discovery Plus. Reminds me of Hound and Hog. So like it's nice to see like we're getting stories about the food and the history. It's essentially stuff that a lot of folks have been saying about cuisines, like where they come from. Like they start out as peasants' food or commoner type food, and like get rise up to be in the upper echelons of solidified gourmet cuisine. Is it that? I think it is, but we gotta watch the show to find out. All right, next up is Gabrielle Union to star with Octavia Spencer in Truth Be Told Season 3 on Apple TV Plus. Like, again, with the Apple TV Plus, the way this show looks, it's about a podcaster who's trying to solve these crimes. And it's not a show for me because I watched the first season, and at first I would put a real bad taste in my mouth trying to, protect someone who was in a neo-Nazi group in prison. He may have possibly not have committed a crime. Like, all right, first off, you're trying to make me sympathize for something that I do not want to sympathize for. And secondly, like, it just felt dry, like a real dry run. Not to say that other Apple Plus TV shows do not have dry runs, like that broadcast show, that's like the CNN, Fox, and MSNBC show, whatever, the morning show. That, oh my goodness, it's rich in writing, but like drags on forever. So, yeah. Gabrielle Union is joining Truth Be Told. I may have said too much about Apple TV Plus and my life and dislike of those shows, but Apple TV Plus got a ways to go. I'm glad like people like it. I'm glad like it has like a following and whatnot, but like yeah, I can't like everything. So the Obamas in an exclusive deal with Spotify. Is it because of the racist stuff that happened at Spotify? Who knows? But they did say it's because they wanted to branch themselves out and like go to different places. They want to be on iHeart, and they want to be on like other Android podcasts, like all the podcasts. They want to be on all the podcasts, not just exclusively to Spotify. So the Obamas are working out with new deals with other companies to put themselves out there to see how this is going to work out for them. I'm interested to see how that works out for them too. I definitely think it has something to do with the racist stuff that happened with Joe Rogan. But hey, what do I know? I don't know. I wasn't there. I wasn't in the room where it happened. You know what I mean? So. Let's see where we're at time-wise. We are at about 20 minutes. You know what? I'm taking a break. No music or audio this time. Just a little break. Take a little break, and we'll be right back. All right. No interlude that time. Just a little snippet. A little break. Like boop boop. Back. I swear I'll find like an interlude. Like, hey guys, this is D with FTO Nerd Talk, telling you about all the things you can do to save money. I'm Geico Insurance. I would never go with Geico again. Geico screwed me over royally. I would never go back to that company. I hope like the ads that you guys hear aren't Geico ads. Like that would be counterintuitive. Sophie Dirisu is reportedly set to star as John Constantine in a new HBO series. And like this is probably gonna be the title of the show. because I did like a whole live about this, and like people were not happy because I may have gone a little too far with what I said. I hurt some feelings. I apologize to those folks. Whether they accept it or not, it's on them. Like, I can't make people accept my apology, but I did put my apology out there. I did feel bad about what I said. I didn't mean like to hurt anyone in this conversation that I was going at, but I do not like dog whistles, and I feel like I heard a lot of those. I do not like bigotry whatsoever. You guys know, if you listen to my podcast for a while, you know, like, I do not have any tolerance for bigotry. Like, I feel like as humans, we all don't like certain things. We get like very high strong about certain things, and like mine is bigotry. Some people, it's folks who are just trying to exist and live their life every single day. Like, for some people, it's those individuals. So for me, it's bigotry. I think I like the scope of things. I'm in the winning side. Take it how you want to take it. That's how I feel. So yeah. Next up in HBO and TV news, God, I feel like an ass. Sometimes you guys sound like an ass to get your point across. Dead Boy Detectives ordered to a series at HBO Max. We recently saw Dead Boy Detectives in the recent season of Doom Patrol, and they were getting a TV show on HBO Max. So there's that, you know, like HBO Max series. And so that means that not only, like, DC's gonna have like different kind of tiers of their programming, which is cool. And honestly, I think it's pretty interesting to see that, considering that Disney Plus is trying to do the same thing. Like, they just acquire their rights to the Marvel flicks, the Marvelverse, Netflix Marvelverse, and which is now, you know, connected. Apparently, like, they finally confirmed it. That's all connected. And Moon Knight is like the newest member of that little cavalcade. So, like, you know, having like the HBO Max universe, DC universe, having like the CW universe, having the DCAU universe, like, and like, you know, of course, the DCEU and along with the MCU, like, having those two different universes also like in their own respective right attached to like both of those properties in both Disney and Warner Brothers Discovery. Like, that's interesting. Like, they're both on the same page right now. Who would have thought that? And Netflix is sinking? Man. So, like, for me, I see Netflix sinking. I see Paramount Plus, like, trying to, like, become top dog. I see Apple TV, like, winning all these awards. You know, what that tells me, and, like, you know, and of course Netflix, like, losing all their animation, that tells me, like, you guys need to start putting more animation out there. Like quality animation, because, like, if Netflix, one of the tops of the top, can be cool with individuals, especially people in India. Like, you know, look into it. I can't get all into it, but look into it. Netflix has something in India, and like, that's why they lost all their followers. Period. We talk about inflation all we want. Like, it's because they said some stupid stuff about like their Indian subscribers, and they said, okay, well, we're done with Netflix. So next up in movie news, Streets of Rage movie adaptation reportedly in the works. Now, I really hope it doesn't end up like Double Dragon. That is my one big concern, is that this does not end up like Double Dragon, because that would suck. That would be awful. If it ended up being like that, that would be absolutely terrible. So I don't want that. I don't want that to happen. Let's see. Next up, we got Kerry Washington playing Bart's permanent teacher, Rochelle Payton. And, dude, what? Like, that's pretty cool. Having, like, Kerry Washington not only, like, play Bart's permanent teacher, but, like, having her, like, be a part of, like, the Simpsons mythos. Whew. Like, I am here for some Kerry Washington. I'm here for some Simpsons. I feel like the Simpsons need, like, some new blood inside of it. And, like, this is it. Like, you got Sanaa Lathan playing, like, one of the major characters on the Cleveland show for X amount of years. Like, and seeing this. This is kind of revolutionary, because, like, you know, on tier of animation, The Simpsons is top tier. They've been around for almost, like, what, 30 plus years? Like, that's top tier animation, man. Top tier. Let's see what else we got. What else do we have? We got a few more. Then I gotta be done, because I know my time is getting too much. A lot of you probably saying like, hey, I'm just enjoying myself. Listen to a podcast, listen to a guy talk about nerdy stuff, and going from there. Like, I feel it. I hear that. I'm right there with you. Thanks, man. Thanks for the love. Yahya Abdul Mateen, the second to star in Scent of Burnt Flowers. It's a limited series on FX. Yeah. I mean, yeah. Like, first off, like any show that's on FX is it's a skip on a pond. Like it can keep on going or it can sink the first time. And like Mateen is a great actor. I know nothing about this Scent of the Burnt Flower though. Scent of the Burnt Flowers, like I have no idea. Nothing about it. Like, I told myself, like, I should read synopsis of it. Then told myself, if I do that, like it may tell me too much about the story before like I get a chance to watch it, and I really do want to watch it. But maybe in the next episode, if I see like something more about this talked about, like I'll talk about it more. Maybe that's a conditioning problem I have when it comes like to me in film. Maybe I need like to fix myself for that. But we'll see. We'll see. Next up in TV news is BMF, Black Mafia family. Leslie Jones will join season 2 of the cast of the Starz series. She plays like a very ruthless character, so she can be like playing a very serious role. And like that is what I'm here for. Like when comedians do serious roles, hell yes. Hell yes. To the max, man. So give me that times 10, times 20,000. Yes. 1,000 million times yes. What else we got? Okay, this is the cream of the crop news right here. Like this is like top tier news. And I feel like this should be like the actual news instead of the John Constantine. But Keith David has been like chopping around the idea of playing Beta Ray Bill in the MCU. Like having his voice be the voice in the MCU. Like the guy who played Goliath in Gargoyles, the guy who played Spawn. That Keith David. Like Keith David, man. Like Keith David, dude. Keith! That's my dude. I love Keith David. He like Silver Throat, can do no wrong. Like that name. It's an innuendo, but I love his acting. I really do. I love his acting. And him playing Beta Ray Bill, like yes, he would add like some spirit to that character. Considering that like Beta Ray Bill, like he's like the lone awake survivor of his people, like and like all he's doing trying like to save his people, so they can colonize to like a planet where they can just live and thrive. Like that's his goal, and he's worthy of Mjolnir because of that. Like hell yeah, and he gets like Stormbreaker because he's so worthy of Mjolnir. Yes, give that role to that man. Let them get his flowers and have that be that. Angela Bassett to star with Millie Bobby Brown in the Netflix fantasy film called Damsel. It's about dragons. So Netflix is trying to get themselves like into like the pyramid of dragons and fantasies, much like Lord of the Rings and Amazon, and Game of Thrones at HBO Max. So Netflix, they're still playing the game. They're still playing the game. We'll see how it works out for them, but they're playing it. They're going the long run. We'll see how that goes for them. But Angela Bassett and Millie Bobby Brown, I mean, you can't really go wrong with that. Like I know I can't go wrong with that. Like it's on Netflix. Netflix love women of color, and like they just now fixed like their colorism problem. So like hell yeah, or are fixing their colorism problem. I wouldn't say like it's completely fixed, but like they're working on it. So we'll see. And I think that is all the news. I think that's all of it. Wow, I just blew through that last one, didn't I? Yeah, that's there's some shows and movies that came out. We're all going to the State's Fair. Moss Book, The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent, Really Roll, The British Scandal, Doctor Who Legends, Wolverine 20, Superman Batman, Spider-Gwen, Shang-Chi, Fateless 3, Land of the Living Gods, Booster Gold. Like there's a few things out there that's out right now, like comic book and TV wise, and some films that are out right now. Check them out at your disclosure. Stuff you guys want me to talk about, leave me some love. I'm all for the love. Make sure you keep watching Young Justice. I know Picard is going hard. Halo is out there. I don't think there's any weekly. Tokyo Vice is really good. I'm really watching that. Yeah, I gotta get on like a Very British Scandal. That's like on the list of things to watch. So we're not talking about the Evans I want to watch that one too. So there's a list of shows I want to watch. There's stuff I want to check out. So that's the show. Half an hour. Look at you guys. That's the show. Make sure you check out FTO Nerd Talk wherever you want to find stuff on social media, because we're everywhere. We're everywhere. I'm popping my collar as I say that. We're everywhere. But yeah, seriously, check out FTO. You guys have a good one. Hope your week goes well. I got a truck in front of me with this bright lights right in my eyes. It's like blinding me right now as they're trying to tow a car away in my neighborhood. So that's always a fun sight, especially when I'm sitting in my car watching the whole thing go down. So Atlanta, always fun. You guys have a good one. Hey guys, D here of FTO Nerd Talk. I hope you enjoyed the podcast. Make sure you like, subscribe, follow, tell your friends about FTO Nerd Talk. Got a lot of different shows for all of you. Make sure you tune in every week for a brand new episode. Take it easy.